everybody. Come on, everyone. The time of love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. This is Dr. Herbert Harris. And this is our success thought number 19. Wow. You know, our success thoughts are based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and the Super Achiever Edition. It's available on Amazon. Be sure to get the Super Achiever Edition. And it's available on our website, www.12uls.com. Thank you so much for joining us today on Instagram. Wow, a lot of people are joining us. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Hey, folks, this is going to be a great day. This is success thought number 19, and I wanted to really go back. We did the first three stages of life. We're talking about the four stages of life. We talked about the first stage of life, those first 20 or 25 years, which is the stage of education, where you learn how to do things, how to read, write, understand, where you learn your values, where you learn your relationship to yourself, to the world, to other people. The second stage of life, the stage of sensation. Oh boy, that's where you learn about things that feel good, that things that taste good. You learn about sex, you learn about drugs, you learn about emotions. The third stage of life, that stage of power, where you learn how to get things done. And that's sets you up for that fourth stage of life, the stage of immortality. And we're talking generally 50 to 75, even 50 years old to 100, really. But the stage of immortality, and I want to read a little bit from page 30 in our book, in the 12 Universal Laws of Success. And it says this: only when you have fully mastered the power stage will you be effectively able to move into the stage of immortality. In this stage, you assess what you want to accomplish in your life purpose. Evaluate the donations or contributions you have made, you have given to the world. What can you give? How can you live so that these contributions outlive your existence? It is at this point in your evolution that you must become a visionary and see things as they can be rather than as they appear to be. Create in yourself something that extends beyond the boundaries of one lifetime. Reach within and summon the forces and vibrations that you can initiate and direct in the present. Cultivate these strong forces and vibrations to create a presence that will continue to grow beyond your lifetime. Now, this is something I want to pay attention to this. Your vision of immortality cannot be centered on yourself, your personal desires, your ego. I'm going to say that again. Your vision for immortality cannot be centered on the self, your personal desires, your ego. It must be centered on the aspects of service and benefit to others. It must address a positive, worthwhile need in the world. So let's unpack this. This idea of immortality, this fourth stage of life, is something that you really get to and begin to work with after you have accomplished some things. Those people who get stuck, for example, in that first stage of life, where they never really learn and practice and master the principles of life, where they don't learn the proper emotions, where they don't learn how to use their powers, where they become poor judges of people, where they literally live their lives like thistles in the wind. They really never get to the stage of immortality. Those who get stuck in the second stage, that stage of sensation, they spend so much time trying to chase things that make them feel good. that make them look good, that really they focus on the world of appearances. You don't get to that stage of immortality so much until until you go through that third stage where you really become an effective person doing things that are important, where you really master the ability to get things done. So those of you who are listening this morning, I know that you would not be on this program at this time this morning if you were not on the path. If you are not on the path to becoming whatever you want to be, to doing the things you want to do, to having the things you want to have. Maybe you want to have better relationships. Maybe you want to have more money. Maybe you want to create a business that will live and operate far beyond your lifetime. This idea of immortality says that wherever you are right now, to assess your situation, to look at where you are and what you have accomplished to this point, and then to think about others. Think about what the world would be like if you were never here. Then think about what the world would be like from the fact that you are here and that you do important things and that you help somebody and that you uplift somebody and that you teach and mentor someone. And so this stage 4 consciousness is often identified with a time period, but it does not have to be. As a matter of fact, each one of these different stages of life, although there are some general parameters regarding age, some people go through all 4 stages very quickly and achieve a certain level of immortality far younger than 75 or 50. You look at someone like a Dr. Martin Luther King. He literally went through all 4 stages of life and achieved an immortality that is impacting the world right now, years after he's gone. He did that by the time he was 30 years old, 39 years old. So you can go through all 4 stages quickly based on your dedication and your relationship with your purpose. You see, many people spend their entire lives trying to figure out what their purpose is, trying to determine what they're supposed to be doing. Well, where am I at? Who am I? Those who figure it out real soon and real fast can become immortal in a short period of time. Look at Joan of Arc. By the time Joan of Arc was 18 or 19 years old, they call her the Maid of Orleans. By the time she was 18 or 19 years old, she had literally led the French army against the British victoriously. 18 or 19 years old. Now think about this. This is in a period when there was no such thing as women's liberation. The women didn't do the things that men do now. The women were looked at very, you might say, in a subservient functionary role. But yet this lady had such power, such impact, that she was able to lead the army. So she went through all 4 stages of life in 18 or 19 years. So let's go back to ourselves here today, this morning. What is it that you want your life to stand for? This idea of life, this breath that we're having, these heartbeats that keep us moving, God gave them to us for a purpose, not to be squandered on material things, not to be squandered chasing money, not to be squandered chasing brand names, not to be squandered chasing things that titillate the senses. But we were put here to fulfill a divine purpose. The Creator does not create junk. So the fact that you were born means that there's a divine purpose that you have to fulfill. The challenge with man is that you have the power of choice, so you can have a divine purpose and choose to ignore it by not having the right thoughts, by not having the right emotions, by not having the right habits, by being around people who don't support your divine purpose. And so those who are listening, take a moment to really just take a deep breath and center on who you are, what you're about. Look at all the good things you've done. Look at all the positive things you've accomplished. You see, your purpose is always for good. And so when you begin to focus on the good things you've done and the positive things you've done, you will begin to see a vision of your purpose and your destiny. When you focus on the good that you've done in the world, it becomes clearer and clearer why you were put here. We are not weeds. You see, the universe is created in a yin-yang fashion. So you have negative things. There are weeds in the world. And I guess when we really look at it, there are people who are weeds who destroy the flowers of your dreams, who destroy the good things that are created in the world. But be you a flower. Be you one who is committed totally to doing good, to being good, to bringing light, to transforming people, to making the world a better place. Because when you can do that, you can truly find your destiny, fulfill your purpose, and live out that fourth stage of life so that your life will have meaning, will have positive impact, and will transform the world. So it is. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to just cover the stage of immortality, this fourth stage, because each of you listening has a great role to play in the world. Don't be sidetracked by your past failures and disappointments, but remember that you have a great role to play. And the key to doing that is to see it, feel it, and you can be it. And then we can all say, come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for our next Success Thought. So many of you have joined us today. Thank you so much for joining us. And please share this broadcast. Share this. Let 3 people know about the things that you've heard, the things that you've seen, the things that you've felt this day. So let's sing it on through. How things could be this way. Here we go now. I guess we'd better tell them. This is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goal. Come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Same time tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, for another Success Thought from Dr. Herbert Harris. And so it is.